자, 한 주 동안 창업자 여러분의 심장을 뛰게 하는 가장 핫한 이슈를 골라 아무도 얘기하지 않는 뉴스의 뒷얘기를 털겠습니다. 하드코어 뉴스 끼기 시간 썰전을 지향하는
이제 잠깐 한번 퍼즐을 넣는 거예요?
그렇죠.
네. 알았어요. H입니다. 히읗이에요. 지향입니다.
네, 스타트업 팟캐스트 비욘드 스타트업에 오신 것을 환영하고요. 전 이한종입니다.
이은세입니다.
그리고 해피라고 합니다.
와우, your Korean is getting better.
Thank you very much.
와우. 자, 오늘은 14번째, 무려 14번째 시간입니다.
진짜.
참 이게 이러다가 100회까지 갈 것 같아요.
가야죠.
100회 한번 찍어야 뭐가 이게 진짜 방송을 한번 한다. 그런 거.
도와주세요. 구독해주세요. 구독.
자, 오늘은 가운데 머리를 400만 원짜리 머리를 하셨습니다. 네.
위험. 400만 원의
400만
위험.
원. 네. 저는 참고로 블루클럽에서 7,000원에 자르고 있는데
전 제가 집에서
이게 빈부의 격차가 느껴지네요. 네. 자, 오늘도 저희는 글로벌 인플루언서를 모셔봤습니다. 유튜브, 페이스북, 인스타그램에서 한국의 문화에 관련된 콘텐츠를 기반으로 전 세계 서브스크라이버 40만 명을 보유하고 있는
와우.
Wefancy의 Haeppy를 모셨습니다.
안녕하세요. Thank you.
Haeppy, are you going to introduce yourself in Korean and so on?
No, not in Korean. My Korean's not that good.
Okay.
I can't speak Korean that well because I'm Hong Kong Canadian.
아, 와.
Yes. So I was born in Canada, but my parents are from Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yeah. I do a YouTube channel, Wefancy, with my friend Xander, who is a white guy, British.
A white guy.
A white guy, a white man.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've been doing YouTube for around 5 years now.
5 years. Wow.
That's some time, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time. No, wait, 4 years. Sorry, we've been in Korea for 5 years.
아, 오케이.
자, 네. 저희가 오늘은 막 한국어랑 영어를 막 섞으면서 가겠습니다.
네, 죄송합니다.
네. 워낙 여기가 랜덤한 친구라
멀티컬처 좋죠.
멀티컬처로 하겠습니다. 자, 그래서 오늘은 우리 창업가들의 어떤 그 아이템이나 비즈니스에 대해서 들어가기 전에 어떤 창업가 해피의 어떤 그 성장 과정.
안녕하세요.
여러 가지
저기서 누가 저희를 구경하고
오,
계시네요.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
반갑습니다. 아우, 이거 무슨 셀럽이 된 것 같아요. 자, so 우리 해피가 코리아라는 곳을 오기 전에 대학 시절에 대해서 좀 얘기를 해줄 수 있을까요? Your uni time?
My uni time.
Yeah.
I went to the University of British Columbia.
Wow.
Yes. Number 33 in the world. Top 33 in the world. I looked that up. Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. Well, I don't know if it's 33 still, but when I looked it up, it was 33. So I'm a very smart boy.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm just
Asian,
kidding there.
though? Yeah.
There we go. The nickname was University of Brilliant Chinese.
Wow.
Because there's so many Chinese people. That's just a joke, a little joke, yeah. But yeah, no, I had an English literature. I was an English literature major, and I studied a little bit of Korean, so I got level 100 and 200 in university. But that was basically useless.
Oh.
Yeah, can't really learn a language from university.
So what's it like level 200? Like what's it like?
Yeah, like I can't even remember. It's like it was so bad that when I read the 글 that I wrote, like the little essays that I wrote, it was just like 나는 like 좋아합니다. Like, but it's like 좋아합니다, but it's like 좋아합니다. I was so bad.
Okay.
And you can't use it. You can't really use Korean in Canada. So my Korean was really bad until I came to Korea because I came on exchange in 2010 for a whole school year.
So it's kind of big decision to move to Korea, like spending like 5 years in your life. Why?
Kind of, not really though. It wasn't that big of a decision. The thing is, like most foreigners, I came to Korea because of K-pop.
K-pop.
K-pop. I learned about K-pop in the first year of university. Fell in love with it. Before that, I really liked Japan. Like Japan was my thing.
Okay.
And then after that, after K-pop, I was like, okay, well, I want to come to Korea. Like I learned about teaching English in Korea. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna come to Korea to teach, but I don't want to come as a teacher first. I wanted to come as a student to try to make some friends, try to learn the life first. Because I don't want to come and spend a whole year working and probably only hanging out with English teachers.
Yeah.
So I wanted to come as a student first. Fell in love with it after. I was like, I'm definitely coming back.
So what was so special about K-pop? Like who was it? What you first listened to?
Shinhwa.
Ah.
Shinhwa was the very first. I think it was Perfect Man. Yeah,
that one. Huh?
that one. Yeah, the Korean friend of my friend. I visited my friend in UCI, the California Irvine.
Shinhwa is like a bit old-fashioned.
Very old.
K-pop groups. Right?
Even when I first listened to it, they had already been old. Like
That's right.
not really.
Shinhwa is more for us, you know, like.
Hey, we're brothers.
Not
We're brothers. We're the same age, you know.
Well, actually, we're like older school than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What G.O.D. H.O.T.
Yeah,
something like
around
that.
there.
서태지와 아이들.
Oh yeah. Socheji and the boys, right?
Yeah.
I don't know much stuff. Only the old stuff. I can't keep up with the new stuff. But
there are
yeah,
too
it
many, huh?
was just good.
Yeah.
It was just catchy, and then it was
Yeah,
like, what is
different,
this
huh?
language? Because I didn't know anything about Korea before then. Everything was just Japan, anime, movies, everything.
Yeah.
So
Manga and stuff. Huh?
yeah, and J-rock and J-pop, and then K-pop came.
So apart from the K-pop, there's some other things or elements that you more get into the Korean things.
Yeah.
What kind of things?
Well, at first it was K-pop, and because of K-pop, I fell in love with the language. I think Korean is a beautiful language.
Oh, yeah? You
Yeah.
think so?
Obviously, English is still the best because it's my first language. But Korean comes in basically second, if not French, Canada. You know, French and Korean are tied, but not really. I think to me, Korean is still like the second most beautiful language. So I wanted to learn it. And then after learning that, just when you learn language, you have to learn culture.
Right.
K-pop,
And then everything just.
language, girls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hey, if you like K-pop, you're going to love the girls. They're all beautiful. And then you come here and you realize a lot of them are just as beautiful, and they're not celebrities. You know? What does a man got to do in a country with the food they like, the language they like, and the women they like? You're never going to leave. I never want to go back to Canada.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. So language, food, girls, women, and K-pop.
Yeah, and life, just life in general here, is really good for a foreigner. Specifically,
For
I
a
don't know
foreigner.
what life is like for a Korean. I heard it's very difficult, but for foreigners, it's really easy because Koreans aren't as strict with us.
Okay.
Like when I was in university, there was this funny story. I went to class and I had food, and I was eating the food, and I was sitting like this in class, and then people were like, I didn't know this, but people were looking at me, right? We were going like, later on, and then in the middle of the class, I raised my hand and answered a question in English. Later on, I made some friends that they talked, and they told me they thought I was just a really rude Korean. Because you're not supposed to eat in class, and you're not supposed to like sit like this in class, right? And then when they heard me speak English, they're like, "Oh, he's a foreigner. Everything's okay."
Yeah.
So it was really weird for me. Yeah, it's like they have this strictness for Koreans that they don't have for
I
foreigners.
think you get lucky because I'm like 10 years before than that. Like people are, especially older generations, they're like too rigid.
I heard that as well.
Culture.
Yeah.
So my friend, for example, was eating at the street, like I don't know, hamburger or something, and this old guy came and he's just like straight cursed him down.
Oh man.
In Korean?
Yeah, in Korean. Like, 이 새끼 거지되고.
Oh, watch
Yeah. That's basically what he said. So.
I mean, I've heard that as well. I heard some of the older generation are still kind of like that, but a lot of the younger generation are much more liberal, much more open-minded. Yeah.
So after spending a couple of years, you met Alex, right?
No, that was right away.
Right away?
Right away, because we both came as English teachers, and we both came into the EPIC program, which is official 초등학교, like like government elementary schools.
Yeah.
And then we were both stationed in Seoul, so we were trained in the same group. And then we were stationed 10 minutes away from each other. Like the schools were literally, one was Jaegidong and the other was Annam.
제기동에 나나.
Yeah, so it was like we were like
very
10, 20 minutes away from each other. So yeah, we've known each other for the full 5 years of being in Korea.
So you guys made a decision to launch some new YouTube channel. It's called 밥 먹자, right?
Yeah. Well, at the time, Xander, his name is Xander now. Xander had his own channel. He was doing, because he was inspired by Eat Your Kimchi, by all the other people that were, other YouTubers that were doing the work. And very standard Xander style, he's like, I could do this better. right? So he came, he had his expertise.
Because yeah, he's production man.
Oh yeah, because he had 2.5 years, 2.5 years at MPC, so Motion Picture Company or something, very, very big production house in London. And so, and he has his camera skills, editing skills, so he's like, I can do this better. So he started his own channel, he did the standard vlogs, and he did some funny videos. So I think he got to around maybe 1,000 subscribers on his own.
On his own.
Yeah, but then he didn't want to do vlogs anymore. He wanted to do something like a show or something like that.
Like K-pop reaction things,
Well, he didn't know what to do yet, but we went to Japan together. And I'll just as a friend group thing, and I guess he liked me and the way that I talked and stuff, and the way I was on camera, because he filmed a vlog while we were in Japan. So when we came back, he offered me, he's like, hey, do you want to do a video together? Because he knew that I wrote, because I'm an English literature major, so I write. So we collabed on a video together, and that, for a channel with 1,000 subscribers, that video got 24,000 views. That's like ridiculous. He had never gotten even close to that amount. So it was like, okay, this partnership works. Let's make a show. Let's make a show that has a target audience that we can go every week, that we will grow. What do we both like? K-pop. What do we both like? Drinking. What do we think we want our audience? What age? A little bit older, right? College, right? A little bit more mature. Let's do a drinking game. K-pop music video reactions, because that was popular at the time.
Yeah.
Right? Very easy to grow. And so we made a whole game show out of it with his graphics and like 4 cameras. Most people just had one webcam in front of the room and going, yeah, right? We had one each and then a wide and one for the guest, because we had a guest every week as well. And then, yeah, that took off. Yeah.
Why 밥 먹자? Why you name? 밥 먹자.
Right. So originally it was 밥 먹자 because he had a website that he had worked on when he was in London with his language exchange. So he did language exchange with Koreans in London, and he wanted to do like a Korean restaurant review website and Korean like clubs and stuff in London, in England. And so he asked his language exchange friend, like, what should I name it? It's like, oh, let's name it 밥 먹자. Let's call it that.
Catchy.
And then right? And then he made that his channel name, and then he took on that name as his character name. So we went from 밥 먹자 to 밥 먹자 and Haeppy. I picked my name. Happy's not my real name. If you haven't guessed yet. But it has become my real name. I like it more than my actual birth name. So when we kind of officially decided that this was going to be a channel for the both of us, everything was going to be down 50-50, all the money, all the equipment was going to be owned by the both of us, it became 밥 먹자 and Haeppy.
So based on your subscribers, they're mainly like early 20s North Americans, right? Europeans.
Like 33% of them are between the ages, are American. And then the vast majority of them are between 18 to 35.
So based on that demographics, you guys did a lot of experiments to make some business things, right?
Yeah.
It's more like, more than influencers, I can say it's entrepreneurs, right? So you can explain that process, how you transform.
Well, in the beginning, we never thought of YouTube as a hobby. It was never just for fun.
Oh.
So from the very beginning,
you
right?
guys planned it.
Yeah, so like, I just told the story about how Xander wanted a show, right? The reason why he wanted a show is he wanted to make something that would help us grow as quickly as possible. Right. Because we knew we wanted to do this as a career, as a business. And in the beginning, we already knew in the future that we would be doing business, like we would be selling something or we would be creating something for somebody or, something with business. But we also knew it's kind of rude to sell stuff too early, and to sell things when people haven't asked for it. So we waited, until we got enough people going, oh, we want to buy merch. Do you have merchandise? I want to support you guys financially, but at the same time, I don't want to just donate. I want to buy something. So like, do you have T-shirts? Are you gonna make T-shirts? What about caps? Like, make something for us to be able to buy, so that we can support you. So we're like, okay. We didn't want to do shirts, because when you do business in merchandise, there's minimum order quantities, and we didn't have enough money for like 500 of each size. So we're like, what else can we sell that you just one size? Yeah, caps. So we had snapbacks and we had dad hats, so baseball caps, that we custom designed. We picked the material, right? We went through a couple manufacturers and we're like, there was one time, we wanted like a very special type of fake leather that was really soft that we found in the beginning, and they ran out. So we were like, no, we're not just selling crappy, language, crappy caps that you can buy for $2 and sell for $50. No, we made custom hats with custom materials so that we can justify going on the higher end. Because you can't compete on price. We can't beat Amazon. We can't beat H&M or MLB or whatever, right? So we have to offer something that's high quality so that we can, make our profit off higher pricing.
So
which is what we decided to do as our first step.
how's the result? You guys made some money?
We didn't lose money.
Oh.
We didn't lose money.
Break even.
So we made profit. I think we doubled our investment.
Wow.
Or maybe more than that. No, we definitely more than doubled our investment. But that's not like sustainable money. One thing we learned downside of caps is that a lot of people don't wear hats. So like there are not a lot of people that wear hats, but our target audience is mostly women, females. So a lot of women don't wear hats, especially in America, right? They like to do their hair or things like that. So a lot of people did buy the hats just to support us, right? A lot of people do wear the hats, but most people bought the hats just to support us. More people ask for shirts and hoodies, things like that. But the thing is, we can't afford to buy that many minimum orders. So there's that. Second of all, merchandise is very expensive.
That's true.
Right, especially at the lower quantities. So we learned a lot about just selling products in general. And also selling from Korea is very, very difficult because shipping is so high.
That's true.
Outwards. And then if anything gets returned, we've lost that money because we have to ship it again.
Yeah.
Right, so there's difficulties in entrepreneurship that we learned about and things like that. So we decided the next step, if we were going to sell something, it would be something somebody needed or really, really wanted that could actually help them and improve their lives. So it's not just to support us. Because in the beginning, it would be marketed to the fans first. They would be like our alpha and our beta testers and our early adopters. But we wanted to create something that people who had no idea who we were would also want. Which is where Korean lesson time comes in.
Yeah.
Which is what we're working on right now. Yes. So, you want me to talk about that now?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, there are really big Korean teaching channels out there right now. Like Talk to Me in Korean is the biggest one right now. There's Korean Unni, she's doing her thing as well. She's at like over 400,000 subscribers now. Yeah. She also teaches Korean to foreigners. And then there's like the random stuff like teaching topic, things like that. Like there's a website selling like a topic guide for $29 or something like that. I downloaded it. It sucks. I refunded it.
Oh, okay.
It's really bad. This is not slander because I haven't said any names or any websites or anything like that. But basically, we've looked at what is available, and we decided, just like Xander did with YouTube, we could probably do it better.
Oh yeah.
We'll do it at a different angle. We'll do it a way that nobody else has done, including not just Korean teaching, like Duolingo, Rosetta Stone, other language apps and companies, language teaching companies, and then of course competing against universities and actual traditional education as well, what they haven't done. And that's like the angle we're going with Korean lesson time.
So, I mean, Talk to Me Korean, 선현우, 한국 언니, they're all native Koreans, right?
They're all native Koreans, yes.
Yeah. So, compare with them, you going to teach Korean as a foreigner's point of view, right?
Yes and no. Yes, as in the way that the language is going to be explained will be coming from a foreigner's point of view. So all of our difficulties learning Korean, all of the different things about that exist in English grammar that doesn't exist in Korean grammar, and vice versa, being able to explain Korean grammar to English-only speakers. That's very difficult for a Korean because they don't have that frame, right? Like, how do you pronounce 기업? Like, how do you explain that as a Korean when you don't even know that you do something, a certain thing? Like, you basically exhale a little bit after the 기업, like after the k. So it's not a G, and it's not a K. What is it? It's like a mix between a G and a K. But there's no way for a Korean to explain that because they grow up with that. It's like for a lot of English speakers, we can't explain to a Korean how to pronounce certain sounds. Because unless you studied how that sound is produced, how are you supposed to explain how to pronounce an R? Real.
Yeah, you just
how do you do it? You just go, you just do it. You just put your tongue a certain way, you just do it, right? But if you have a base on both, like a Gyopo might be able to explain very accurately how to do it if they grew up with both languages.
Right?
Exactly. They have frame of reference on both, and that's one of the ways that we set ourselves apart from courses created and taught by pure Koreans. That's just one tiny bit.
So Eunse, you heard all that stories and background, right? From YouTubers, and they got some experience for merchandising, and they learn a bit, and then they trying to provide some content for foreigner as a foreigner's point of view. What do you think about all this kind of process for him? And
So, beginner's mistake is always they have this point of view that's called product oriented. So, when they launch something, they believe that it's going to work because it's a great product. But it's the perspective around that product. Where's the market? Nowhere, right? So I think that's when you guys did that cap thing, hat thing, right? You thought about the product and you wanted it to be able to justify the price, but you didn't really take your viewers into account, right? So they started from there, and I believe that you thought about it a lot and learned from that, and now you are more like customer oriented, so to say. So now you want to provide something that they feel value in, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a very nice transition.
nice transition.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Wow, all this praise.
Yeah. So, what's your visions?
For Korean lesson time or for Wefancy?
Both.
Both?
It's highly linked together, right? No, it's not.
Almost no.
No?
No.
Yeah, okay.
We're treating Korean lesson time as a separate business altogether. Yeah, like Korean lesson time with the Wefancy branding is only like the very first step, like the first half step, really. Because the thing is, we have a captivated audience, so we have like 300-something thousand, almost 400,000. So that's like, yeah, we have a market that we can market to for free because we've spent all this money and time already to cultivate that. But when the product is ready, we want to spend money on Facebook ads, on Google ads, and things like that to get to an audience, to customers that have no idea who we are. So we see this vision, the ultimate vision, as not Korean lesson time. It's lesson time. Lesson time is the brand.
Lesson time.
Lesson time. Korean lesson time is just the first of the lesson times. Once we've made this and sold it and proved it as a model, and we'll take the revenue, the profit from this, and roll it to create Japanese lesson time, Chinese lesson time, and Spanish lesson time, because these are the three most sought after second languages for English speakers to learn. Once we have those set up, we reverse all of them to all the other languages. So Koreans, teaching Koreans, English, Chinese, Spanish, and Japanese, Japanese. Teaching Japanese people, Korean, English, Chinese, and Spanish. So once we have that, all the other languages come. Russian, Portuguese, Thai, all the smaller languages as well. And what our ultimate vision is to be able to compete in the multi-million, multi-billion-dollar industry of education, not just language.
Communication.
Everything.
Lesson time.
It'll be like, because by that time, we won't have the chicken and egg problem. Because we will have the audience. We'll have the customers already. Right? We can build that customer platform like, Udemy, Skillshare, Ask Linda, or something like that. So the ones where people would they produce something, they can sell it to somebody else, right? In this case, there's tutoring, like online tutoring. There's lots of those platforms right now, but there's no one big one, right? So we could become that as well. That's like phase 3.
Wow.
So there's a huge timeline of 10, 20 years for this, assuming that Korean lesson time does succeed financially to justify investment into the other languages.
Interesting.
Brilliant.
And then there's Wefancy, which is totally different, like continuing on the YouTube.
I think Wefancy is a vehicle that provides you the stream of, you know, like supply you with the basic material that you can monetize on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, it's also fun too.
yeah,
Like Korean lesson time is business, you know?
Just business.
It's business. We know that it will help people. If a person risks their money to buy it, they will be satisfied. Like we know that. We've already talked to our, what's it called, focus groups. You know, our first people, shown them examples of pictures and stuff and the idea of what it is, right? Because we're going to be teaching through games, like real games, not like match this picture to this word. Yay!
classroom game now.
15 experience for that, because that's what Duolingo does, right?
Yeah.
Really, really basic games, and they gamified it. They say it gamified by giving you experience for learning and then giving you badges. That's their game.
It's
The
a
whole
game.
language is
Well,
the game.
It's
right?
a game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
it's a game.
you feel accomplished and gain experience as you level up because you've learned language. We're gamifying it, like literally gamifying it, right? So, like for example, to teach food and stuff, we will have you in a restaurant simulation. Customers will come in and order stuff, and you're the waiter, maybe. So you have to listen and you have to take down the orders. Maybe a very basic level, they'll speak really slowly, and then you'll be able to get it. At advanced levels, there might be a couple coming in. They might order something, change the order, add and minus things, and you'll have to catch all of that. So you can't just cheat and go, oh, tonkatsu, oh, tonkatsu. Right? You have to listen for all the vocabulary that comes into that. Or like a Dance Dance Revolution, kind of, the arrows going up and down, but they're like hangul. So you have to type really fast to catch, the stuff. So like real games, and it's been proven in education that games is one of the best ways to learn. So.
Okay.
Very different.
And
Okay.
also, there are a lot of different values. So, for example, if you want like something like purely education, then you already have another so many options out there. Sure. But some people they might want to have more fun in their learning process. So if the market's empty, then you saw it as an opportunity and jump straight in.
Yeah.
So it's the move right there.
Yeah, I mean, they did some FGI to find out the right vehicles, like gamification. It's not just based on your ideas, it's based on their feedbacks, right?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of...
I think just
That's kinda cool.
nobody has done it. I mean, people did it before. Like, it's not new.
Yeah.
Right? This is like when I was a kid, to learn typing, you had the asteroid game.
Yeah.
You type, and the faster you type, you could shoot the asteroids down, right? That's how we learned touch typing. Because you can't look at the keyboard and look at the screen if you want the asteroids to be blown up.
Exactly.
So this stuff is not new. It's proven. This works. But why hasn't anybody done it for language
Now,
yet?
yeah.
Like, why don't they do it now? It's not worth it for them. Maybe it costs too much. Well, then we're going to take that space.
Right. Gamifications and learning Korean teaching Korean in foreigners' point of view. Okay? Just
Yeah.
And
good for you.
what's good is from a point of view of a strategist, what you need to do is to invent a wheel that you don't have to reinvent later. You know what I mean? So once you have the wheel that you don't really have to reinvent later on, then you have the wheel and you just spin it, right? So that's what Wefancy is trying to do in their Korean teaching, learning time.
Korean lesson time.
Lesson time. I'm sorry.
lesson time.
No, that's cool.
Lesson time.
Cool.
Okie dokie. So we're gonna finalize our first session here.
Okay.
And also, Wefancy is quite good at productions as well.
Yes. So
Yes.
that was the Wefancy side of the business, right?
Right.
So we do entertaining. We're still going to do YouTube. We're never going to quit YouTube. We're planning on launching on multiple channels. But one of the things is that Wefancy has always been very proud of is our production quality. And so we're moving. We've done like Xander right now is editing a music video that he shot with a red Epic weapon 8K. So it's gonna be great.
Wow.
So that's gonna be a portfolio builder, and we want to build that into a production house. Wefancy will have like a Wefancy production house or a production company as well. Sitcoms, we want to make shows.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. I've always wanted to do a show or make an actual like sitcom or a drama. Not a drama. I want funny sitcom. Yeah. So there's lots of plans. The vision 10, 20 years from now, when I'm too old to be on screen, I'll be behind the camera.
Sure. So now it's the time for promoting the entrepreneurs who join on our Beyond Startup programs. Okay. So we can watch all the videos that you want to put on,
Oh, okay.
and you can explain them. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, here we have the videos called Have You Ever Done Water Sports in Korea?
Yeah.
Imagine your career.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play.
Should I be talking while it plays?
Sure.
Okay. So this little here, this graphic here, this is the actual Imagine Your campaign, the Imagine Your Career campaign graphics from the KTO.
So this shooting is all done by Wefancy?
Yep. All the drone shots.
Wow.
Everything is us.
Yeah.
So we asked some friends to help us. Good-looking guy, some pretty girls,
Very good.
and then we went to
Club Monkey?
yeah. It was fun.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
fun, yeah. But this stuff, like, they had a campaign with EXO,
So who is the sponsor for this video? Who?
KTO,
KTO.
the actual official KTO. This is actually not on our YouTube.
Ah.
This is an exclusive promotion for them that we shot.
So they're using this footage for their own.
Yep. For the Imagine Your Korea campaign.
Insa, how is the video? You like
Looks
it?
good.
Looks good.
Like this part.
There's me.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's me. Yeah.
Wow.
So like these shots, right? We actually rode those things like 5 times to get like 5 different angles.
Yeah.
Right? That drone.
By the way, guys, KTO is Korean Tourism Organization. Tourism or travel?
Tourism.
Tourism.
Yeah.
In Korean, it's what?
한국관광공사.
Ah.
Probably. Not sure, but probably.
Probably.
Probably. Yes. I'm sorry. Probably. Probably. Probably.
That's correct. Probably.
It looks good. I mean, like how many cameras? I mean, how many angles did you use for like one,
Well, we had 2 cameras,
2 cams?
but for all of these shots, it took us like 7, 8 takes. You know, so I had to be behind him when he jumped. Then I'd be in the water when he jumped, and he jumps again. Right, so I can shoot him jumping off, and then get it in. And him holding the GoPro is one shot that he had to do without us, and then he had to remove the GoPro and jump again, so
Yeah.
it doesn't look like he has a GoPro on. So all these little tricks and stuff to make it look like it's one smooth take when
Yeah.
it's not. It's a lot of work.
I think it's a great advantage that you guys have. Like, you know, you are actually able to produce like, you know, full scale video
Yeah.
as a production.
Yeah, our stuff is probably just as good as the stuff that the KTO paid to film with EXO, which they probably
Yeah.
paid a lot more money for.
Wow.
So we were very proud of this because we did see all the other examples, all the other references, and we're like,
So Wefancy is also doing like this sort of cross-boarding content, I have to say, because this video is for foreigners who, you know, yeah.
yes.
So they are good at all this stuff as well, not for Korean lesson time. It's
No,
like
no,
production.
I mean, the production is our original business.
Okay. Here you go. Okay, now we on second session. This video is about Korean street food,
Yes.
especially for Busan City, right?
Yes.
Love Korean
It was
street food.
fantastic.
That was fantastic.
We've done other street food videos before.
Yeah.
Like in Hongdae, that's our most famous one. But I think we've hidden that video now because we did an updated version. But we did the Busan street. We went to Busan for the Creator 2016, right? And then that's the video. This is the video we made.
Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, you have a Busan Samcheon over here.
Hey, yeah. Why does he look so familiar? Who is this handsome man?
Oh, is it this guy?
Yeah. We pretended we met him on the street. And we're like, excuse me, could you teach us a little bit about Busan street food?
Also Busan
And
Saturi
Saturi as well, yeah. So he just accompanied us and taught us about
만두
like,
좀 주시라, yeah.
yeah. yeah. so good.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah, but the Busan street food is so good.
Especially,
man.
which one is your favorite one?
Oh, the spicy chicken stew, the soup.
Oh yeah, that one.
That was really
What
good.
is it in Korea?
You can't find it in Seoul.
It's kind of chicken soup, but it's really good with
So what's it
soju.
called in Korean?
I can't remember. It's like 매운.
Then chicken soup or something. You wanna have a look at that footage?
Yeah, I think if we could, I don't know.
I'm just
part
curious.
is-
I'm just curious.
But watch the video.
Yeah, yeah. Link right here. Link right here.
Oh, maybe that one?
this
Yeah, this one. What was it called? I think there's a name for it right in the beginning. Oh, we didn't put a name.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
But anyway,
You'll be able to watch it. Oh, it's so
But
good
anyway,
though.
If you know, what's that? Comment. If you know.
Anyway, this video is also sponsored by Ministry of Culture and Tourism, right? In 2016, right?
Yeah.
So we invite the global influencers like you guys, and we are moderating some like this kind of tourism contest for foreigners who want to buy, who want to come to Korea. It was really nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys did a brilliant job.
Some of the people on this trip have been on your series, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Now Wefancy, Megan Bowen, Lou.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, no, it was so delicious. Just watching this is a good memory. Oh, I want to go back.
Okay. So
The quality is awesome, huh?
yeah,
That looks very good.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have to say that Wefancy is good. Not only good influencers, but these guys are good at productions. So,
Seems like a certainty.
And and I hope we're entertaining as well. Entertaining personality as well. It's not production quality alone isn't enough. Like if you're boring, no one's gonna watch anything.
Exactly.
That's true. I look like a bit fat that day. So.
It's just the camera, man.
Just come. Okay.
You know that.
Okay.
Camera adds 10 pounds.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Wefancy is doing this kind of stuff as well, right? Okay. So this.
Yeah. Well, the main point of the channel is to educate people about Korea. To promote Korea, yes, but not just promotion. Like it's not like, oh, Korea's the best. Oh, Korea's great, right? It's education all around, informing them about everything. It could be positive, it could be negative. Things
Yeah,
like
I
plastic
mean-
surgery, everything. Yeah.
I got really good feedback from our clients. They are Ministry of Culture and Tourism. They thought that this content is not just showing Korea, it's trying to give some information, especially for Busan, right? So people on comments, they are asking about all details, go to Busan and
Yeah.
how to get here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, something like that. So,
So that's what we want. I think we have a lot of comments going like, thanks, like we watch your channel, or I watch your channel, your videos because it helped me. It helps me. Things like people have come like 2-3 times to Korea and they said every single trip was based on the videos that you made.
Oh wow. That's,
Yeah,
That's
so that's
awesome.
really cool when we hear comments like that we've actually helped people. That's great.
That's awesome.
not just for fun. Yeah, fun
Yeah.
is important, but information.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what Wefancy is about, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at another video. It's a BTS food tour. What's this video is about? This is kind
Okay, so this is another example of a sponsored video that we did with a company called Trip Radius. And so they contacted us. They wanted to try out some influencer marketing. And so this is an app. It's like a kind of location guide app. So you go,
location
there's
guide
like a
app.
map, and then you'll be able to see everyone around you that can potentially be a guide for you, or like a hire a friend kind of thing. And then so foreigners can go on this app and then look for someone that they want to hang out with, or wants to, you know, if they're like, I want to go to all the traditional places in Seoul, show me, right? And then they can look for somebody that they find interesting. Go, can you do this for me? And then they charge a certain amount of money per hour or not. That's up to them. And so we worked with a friend of ours who ended up, you know, a guide, pretty girl,
pretty cool.
and we just ate. We just went to all the places that BTS had gone to. Yeah, because that's the thing about it, right? You kind of have to make a video that can still be clicked.
Wow, there's a lot of BTS things.
Yeah, right? It's like, how do we promote a brand? Well, most people, I mean, all the traffic comes from the thumbnail or the title, right? Like, in terms of channels and their subscribers, very, very engaged channels will have maybe 30% of their subscribers coming back and watching the video. Then you've got like crazy channels like H3, you know, iDubbbz. Those channels have like ridiculous engagement, like almost like 100% or more. So we don't compare ourselves to unicorns, as we call them, right? Like Facebook is a unicorn. When you make a website, you're not going to be like, I'm going to be the next Facebook, or I'm going to be the next Snapchat. No, you're going to. There's a normal range. And so 30% of your subscribership clicking a video is amazing. 10% is your average. So if you have got 1 million, having 100,000 every video is standard. Anything above that, you're great.
Yeah.
Anything below that, and it's like, something's wrong, right? So how do we get, if we're promoting a company, if we're doing a sponsored video, how do we get as many views as possible? And the only way to do it is to do a video with an interesting topic that we can write an interesting title for.
Yeah.
So for something like this, it's just BTS.
I mean, you gotta win them, right?
Yeah.
You gotta win them.
Exactly.
So this BTS favorite restaurant thing, this idea is coming from your side, right?
Yes. So there are, you know, a couple different ideas that were thrown around, but since it's only one video, it's not like, oh, they want to run a 10 video campaign. If they want to do that, we can test, right? We can do different ideas. But if we want like the first video to do as well as possible, we have to kind of go with an idea that we think is going to succeed.
Yeah.
Whether or not it succeeds, that's not on us.
Yeah.
Right? That's the luck of the market.
You gotta get the best shot.
Exactly. And so we had better ideas that would have been more fun to shoot and more informative to show off the app more, but they would not have gotten as many clicks based on the title and thumbnail. So we went with this one. It's got 44,000 views, not bad.
That's good.
Yeah. We were hoping it would go much bigger though because it is BTS. So I think we got a bit unlucky with this one.
But it stays there, so.
Yeah. So one day it might explode.
Yeah.
We've had that happen before.
Exactly.
Video with like 20,000 views. We're like, it's not gonna go anywhere. Now it has almost 1 million views. It's a ridiculous video.
Yeah,
we put on like kangaroo stilts, you know, like those like, things that help you jump. 1 million views almost.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
All right. So we watched 2 different types of videos that Wefancy is a good at. You know, leaving the locations and promoting the Korean application. So engaging some Korean content for foreigners.
Yeah.
Okay. So we did some case study for Wefancy's work, and it's time to 마무리.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is time to conclude.
Conclude. So 은세.
Yes, sir.
오늘 어떠셨습니까?
되게 그러니까 저도 모르게 약간 그 유튜버들에 대해서 가지고 있었던 혹은 유튜버들 뿐만이 아닌 그런 크리에이터들에 대해서 가지고 있었던 편견 같은 게 조금 있었던 것 같아요. 저도 몰랐지만 지난번에 잠깐 얘기를 드렸지만 그러니까 약간 되게 크리에이티브 사이드에만 되게 집중을 많이 한다는 편견을 조금 가지고 있었던 것 같아요. 근데 요새 계속해서 이제 몇 분을 모셔서 말씀을 들어봤는데 특히 예를 들면 오늘 모신 위팬시 같은 경우도 처음부터 이거는 취미로 시작한 게 아니라 이걸 키울 그런 비전을 가지고 시작을 했고 그리고 각각의 하는 데 있어서 되게 가능한 최고의 것을 만들어내려는 접근을 하고 있잖아요. 그래서 그런 것들이 저는 되게 좀 편견이 많이 깨지고 있는 시간인 것 같아요. 그래서 저는 그게 너무 좋습니다.
저는 또 저기 우리 해피 같은 매크로 인플루언서잖아요. 근데 저희 또 우리나라에 성장하고 있는 마이크로 인플루언서들도
매크로 인플루언서가 뭐예요? 저는 몰라서.
그때 말씀드렸잖아요. 중산층.
매크로.
그다음에 마이크로가 구독자 5천에서 한 20만. 그다음에 날루 같은 친구가 메가 인플루언서. 여기는 매크로 정도인데 근데 마이크로 인플루언서들이 항상 나는 구독자가 어느 정도 되면 나는 항상 얘기하는 게 머천다이징이에요. 항상 꿈이 있어요. 근데 이제 해피가 오늘 와서 얘기해줬던 것 중에 가장 저는 재밌고 또 인플루언서를 준비하시는 분들이나 이런 그 유튜브 비즈니스에 관심 있는 분들은 이렇게 해피같이 구독자가 30만 정도 돼서 머천다이징을 했다가 이걸 어떻게 배워서 이걸 좀 인텐저블한 컨텐츠 비즈니스로 전환하게 되는 이런 피보팅 과정 같은 것들이 되게 저는 재밌었거든요. You got my point?
Yeah.
게다가 코리안 컨텐츠가 아니라 코리안 컨텐츠 가지고 웨스턴 피플한테 얘기하는 그런 크로스보딩적인 지점들은 항상 저는 높게 평가를 하고 있고요. 네, 그래서 앞으로 우리 위팬시가 갖고 있는 레슨 타임 비전이 잘 이루어지길 바라겠습니다.
감사합니다.
네, 우리 해피 마지막으로 any comments for
한국말로 못했으니까 죄송합니다. 네.
영어로 하셔도 됩니다. In English should be fine.
많이 How do you say this? Wait. 많이 배우셨으면 좋겠습니다.
So about what? In terms of what?
Just everything that was here. I hope it was educational. I hope you learned something. I think that's something that Wefancy has always been. We want to teach people something,
Brilliant.
even if it's just a little thing. You know. That was, yeah.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
That counts.
Well, they got good sense of humor and productions and teaching. It's good. Good for you guys. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. So
Wefancy.
Wefancy.
Thank you for watching.
Wefancy you.
Hey!
There you go.
자, 오늘 방송 14번째 방송은 저희가 좀 영어 막 했다가 한국 했다가 좀 정신 없을 수 있는데 뭐 가끔씩 이런 편도 있어야죠, 그렇죠? 총괄님? 네.
컬러풀한 좋은 거예요.
컬러풀하게 오늘은 좀 약간 랜덤하게 해봤습니다.
말하기랑 듣기 어려워요.
네. 자, 우리 when you finish we say 안녕. 오케이?
오케이.
자, 오늘 14번째 시간 함께 해주셔서 감사하고요. 저희 다음 시간 또 여러분 만나도록 하겠습니다. 여러분 안녕.
안녕.